Okay, sit yourself onto your lift and come into a good cross-legged position. So by a good cross-legged position, I mean one that's consciously balanced at the seat bones. So if you've got one of these kind of prayer cushions, these are really good for just getting yourself level, because it kind of adjusts to you. So just sit for a moment, just observe how you're sitting, and then just observe the balance of the seat bones. Just go down into the feeling of the pose. Hold onto your knees and elevate your heart area up towards the ceiling. Drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. Take deep inhalations and deep exhalations, focusing on how the body accommodates the breath. If you feel that after sitting for a little while you need to adjust, then adjust the buttock flesh, just adjust yourself for levelness. Fill your lungs from the bottom to the top like you're filling a jug of water, and empty your lungs from the top to the bottom like you're emptying a jug of water. Look at something that doesn't move so that your eyes are still in the sockets. So we spend some time, not head first into the practice, we spend some time to just collect ourselves. To observe how the physical body feels, which is often different to how the mental body feels. Release your knees, bring your hands into Namaste, just have another wriggle about if need be. Push the palms firmly together, lengthen consciously from your armpits into your elbows into the heels of the hands. Take a deep inhalation, and with the exhalation allow your eyes to gently close. Focus on long, slow, deep, deliberate inhalations and exhalations. Consciously filling your lungs from the bottom to the top, emptying your lungs from the top to the bottom. Just observe which is longer, the in-breath or the out-breath. Or are they even? With an out-breath, draw your chin forwards and down to make contact with the chest. Lift the chest up to meet the chin. Just spend a moment to seek to generate a genuine, heartfelt sense of gratitude for something or someone or somewhere. Just hold on to that feeling of abundance in the heart area. And then release the backs of your hands down toward your knees, palms facing upwards. Just connecting the tip of the index finger together with the tip of the thumb, a gesture of wisdom, of physical intelligence and peacefulness that we can carry into our practice as an intention. And then raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Hold onto your knees. Just hold onto your knees and elevate the heart area upwards, drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. Just spend a moment just look directly forwards and keep your eyes still in the sockets. Just focus on the physical body. Maybe if you're looking directly forwards, you can't really see very much of the physical body. Maybe you can see just in the peripheral vision the knees, the arms, but the body is still there. So feel the body from the feet, from the tips of the toes, into the skin of the foot, and into the heels. Observing the feeling of the body in the shins, in the knees, in the thighs. Feeling where the hips are, feeling whether they are level and adjust if they're not. From the hips to the lumbar, to the abdomen, to the diaphragm, lifting the heart area up to the ceiling. Just feeling up into the armpits, into the shoulders, into the arms, into the hands, into the fingers, into the fingertips, into the fingernails, to the neck, and into the head. So see the body in 3 dimensions, even though the eyes are still just looking ahead. Just be conscious of the skin from the face to the feet. Take a deep inhalation and then turn to the right side. Again, consciously not looking at the body with the eyes, but consciously looking at the body through the feeling of the physical body, observing where the body is in 3 dimensions, observing the balance of the seat bones, the balance of the feet, knowing where that left knee is, even though you can't see it, feeling the skin of the back, even though the eyes can't see it. So there's a really useful phrase in Light on Life, and Mr. Iyengar says that every pore of the skin becomes an eye. So every pore of the skin becomes an eye, looking inwards, looking outwards. Every pore of the skin becomes an eye. That's I-E-Y-E, not capital I. Although I suppose in some ways it's the same thing. Come back to the centre, hold onto your knees. Elevate the heart area upwards. Feel the air in contact with the skin. Take a deep inhalation and then turn to the left. Again, observing physical body in 3 dimensions, seeing the body that the eyes can't see, that the skin can feel. So feel balanced at the seat bones, feel balanced at the feet, and see the body in 3 dimensions through the physical placement of the body. Come back to the centre. Just come off your lift and you're going to go straight up into dog down. So just be on your knees to start off with. Have your hands as wide apart as the mat. Have your hands as wide apart as the mat. Really spread the palms so that you can see that the palm skin is in good contact with the mat. There's no air between the palm skin and the mat. Turn your toes under. Feel that your feet are as wide apart as the mat. So feel that with the toes. Feel where the edge of the mat is with the feet. And then come up into dog down. Keep the palms pressing into the mat. Keeping those palms pressing the air out from underneath the palms. Lengthen from the hands into the wrists, into the elbows, into the shoulders, and all the way up into the hips. Straighten your legs, tighten your kneecaps. So again, see the body in 3 dimensions. See the body in 3 dimensions, even though the eyes, the physical eyes, can't see the physical body. Know where the body is in 3 dimensions, even the body that your eyes can't see. Use the eyes of the skin. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath, feeling how the air touches the skin. Lifting the seat bones, pressing the fronts of the thighs through to the backs of the thighs, turning the fronts of the thighs inwards. Step the feet forwards, come up into a standing position. Get some blocks for your hands and bring your feet as wide apart as your mat. Your feet as wide apart as the mat. And again, feel that your feet are touching the edge of the mat. Just have a quick look down, make sure that your toes are in line with each other. That, I think, is quite hard to really ascertain through feeling alone. So just see that the toes are in line in front of you, and then feel that the heel is in contact with the edge of the mat. Tighten your kneecaps. Turn the fronts of the thighs consciously inwards. Push the inner knees away from each other and lift the inner knees up towards the groin. Wing the elbows towards each other behind you. Keep the head lifted as you hinge at the hips with a straight back. Coming forwards, coming down, and then reach down. You can always put the blocks on top of a bolster if they're on a table or whatever, if the blocks are too low. Project the chin and the chest forwards. You probably can't see any of the body. So use your feeling to assess the internal balance of action. Just assessing whether the legs are working evenly. The thighs are turning inwards. The kneecaps are tightened evenly, that the fronts of the thighs are activated evenly. Really takes some observation. Projecting the chin and the chest forwards, hitting your legs back. If you can go down lower, but if you've got a bad back, then just stay at the higher lift. Unless it feels okay to come down. If you come down all the way to the floor, then do, but don't be in a rush. Feel your way into the pose. Feel when the pose becomes less effective. Work your way into the pose. Listen to the breath. Listen to the in-breath and the out-breath. Focusing on long, slow, deep, deliberate inhalations and exhalations. Bend your knees if you need to find the floor with your hands. Otherwise, just keep your legs straight. Walk your hands towards the end of your mat. Have the hands shoulder width apart. Make sure that the hands are kind of pointing forward, so they don't kind of slant out to the side. Hands are shoulder width apart, and then feet to start off with are going to be hip width apart. So just find that hip width apart dog down. Again, pressing the palms into the floor, lifting the seat bones, turning the fronts of the thighs inwards. Just finding that levelness. Finding your internal levelness of action. And it doesn't come straight away, it never does. So you have to consciously go inside the feeling of the pose and work to observe which leg is working more willingly. And sometimes that's not actually that obvious. So listen. Not listen to me, listen to you, listen to the sounds of the body. Again, not the sounds that kind of create vibrations that the ears translate as sound, but the signals of the body. You can do ekapada adho mukha svanasana. So keep your hands where they are, bring your feet together in the middle of the mat. Inner edge of the feet together. Lift the legs still. Spread the toes of the right foot, spread the toes of the left foot, then raise the right leg up into the air. Try and bring the leg in line with the body. And then tadasanaise that leg, turn the front of the thigh inwards so that the hips come level. Keep extending into the heel of that lifted leg. Keep turning the front of the thigh inwards so that the hips stay level. Try and lengthen that leg so that it's in line with the rest of the body. So just raising up the right leg, keeping the hips level. Bring that leg down. Just bring the toes together. Just reset. You can rest if you need to. Spread the toes of the right foot and then lift the left leg. So the leg wants to do that, doesn't it? It wants to turn outwards. So turn the front of the thigh inwards so that the hips feel level. Keep the toes pointing down towards the floor, not to the sides of the room. Okay, and then release the leg. Step your feet forwards and then come up into Tadasana. Just be in Tadasana, inner edge of the feet together. Just listen to the breath. Maybe the breath is naturally deeper, maybe not. Just observe how it feels different. Turn the palms all the way out so that you rotate your upper arms in the sockets. Turn the fronts of the thighs inwards, tightening the kneecaps. Hit the shins back so that your weight is in the centre of your heels. Turn the fronts of the legs inwards. Tuck the tailbone in without disturbing the legs. Keeping your weight in your heels. Draw your belly button to the spine. Lift the abdomen to the diaphragm. Draw the lower ribs to the spine. Lift the heart area to the ceiling. Lengthen the shoulders away from your ears. Maybe you find as you work your way into lifting your way up, you lift your toes off the floor just really naturally, because you're really concentrating on the activation of the legs and the upward action of the spine. Extend the neck out of the shoulders up into the head. Breathing even deep inhalations and exhalations. Bring your arms out nice and wide in towards your chest, and then jump or step your feet nice and wide. Just feel how the feet have landed. Turn your left toes in slightly, the right leg and foot all the way out. Just feel that the heel of the front leg is in line with the instep, or the toes of the back leg, not the heel. Just have a quick look, make sure that your heel is in line with your heel. That's the wrong place. Bring the foot forwards. Turn the fronts of the legs outwards, the opposite of Tadasana. Turn them from the inside out. And then find the shin. Look up. Again, you can't see much of the physical body apart from the arm. So feel that the body is in line, that the front leg buttock bone is in line with the right heel. The back leg is hitting towards the wall behind you. Keep turning the fronts of the thighs outwards from the big toe side to the little toe side. Turn the abdomen and the chest up to face the ceiling. Breathe in and out through the nose if you can. Reach up into that top hand rather than dropping down into the bottom. Just feel the body in 3 dimensions, from the feet into the shins, into the knees, into the thighs, into the hips, into the spine, into the heart area, into the arms, into the shoulders, the neck, the head. Reach up with the top hand, come back to the center. Swap the feet around, turn the right toes in and the left leg and foot all the way out. Again, just feel that the feet are in the right place. Never heel of this front leg in line with the heel of the back leg. Always the heel of the front leg in line with the instep of the back leg or the toes of the back leg. Have a quick look, make sure that you are indeed in the right place. Adjust the foot if not. Activate the thighs of both legs, tighten the kneecaps. Turn the legs outwards. Come down, find the shin, look up. Again, feel the body in 3 dimensions. Feel how the feet connect to the mat. Suck from the feet into the shins, into the knees, into the thighs. Feel how that gives you length into the spine. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Listening to the breath. Come back to the center. Just bring the feet parallel. Just Bring the hands onto the hips for a moment. And then step or jump your feet back together. Just be in Tadasana, feeling like you are growing out of the feet, up into the legs, up into the hips. Feel that there is a spiral of energy radiating from the pelvic region. From the pelvis down into the legs, from the legs up into the pelvis, from the pelvis up into the chest, up into the head, down into the pelvis. So a spiral of energy in clockwise. Bring your arms out nice and wide, and then again come into trikonasana. Turn the left toes in, the right leg and foot all the way out. Again, just mindfully observing where the body is in 3 dimensions, where the feet are. Turn the legs outwards, come down, look up. Know where the body is in 3 dimensions. It's up from the feet, into the shins, into the knees, into the thighs, into the hips. From the pelvis, feel that there is that energy radiating like a Catherine wheel. Radiating from the hips into the feet, hips into the spine. But the other way as well. Feet into the pelvis, chest into the pelvis, arms into the pelvis, pelvis outwards. Feel how the body feels different when you focus on that energy. Come back to the center. Swap the feet around, turn the right toes in, the left leg and foot all the way out. Just observing how your energy feels different. Feel that the feet are in the right place. Feel that the energy is spiraling from the pelvis. Come down, look up. Feel the body in 3 dimensions, feeling the energy from the feet up into the shins, into the knees, into the hips. Energy radiating outwards from the pelvis, into the legs, into the chest, into the arms, into the head. Feel that your front leg hip is in line with the heel. Connecting with that energy of the pelvis. From here we're going to go back down into back down into dog down. If you prefer, you just come out of trikonasana the normal way and then come down into dog down in the normal way. Otherwise, bring that top hand down onto the, you might need to bend the leg obviously, bring the hand down onto the big toe side of the foot. Bring the other side on the little toe side of the foot, turn the back leg out, and then step yourself back into dog down. Just feel how the pose feels different, how it feels lighter this time than it did the last time. Maybe it doesn't, maybe that's just part of the observation. Just feel that you can lift from the feet into the hips like you're hanging from the ceiling. Feel that radiating energy from the pelvis down into the legs. down into the hands, up into the, from the hands up into the pelvis. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. From here we're going to go into rajakapotasana. So again, if you prefer, if you don't want to come into it from dog down, just come down onto your knees and then follow the rest of the instructions from your knees. Otherwise come into it from dog down. So you're going to bend the right knee and then swing the right knee forwards to make contact with the right wrist. Bring the right foot underneath the left thigh, bring the left leg down onto the floor. And then lengthen that left leg away. Just come up onto the fingertips and turn that back leg really firmly, rotating the front of the back leg inwards like you're doing Tadasana, so that the hips come level. Lift from the abdomen to the diaphragm, to the collarbone, to the chin. Just going back to that sensation of the radiating energy from the pelvis. Radiating into the toes, into the chest. So there's no way you can see that back leg, but feel it. Feel how it connects to the floor. Feel that the hips are level. Turn that back leg in Tadasana to ensure that the hips are level. Turning the front of the thigh inwards, the back of the thigh outwards. And then bring the palms flat onto the floor. Turn the toes under that back leg. You can either go back onto both knees or back up into dog down. So you just, if you don't like going into rajakapotasana from dog down, just go out of rajakapotasana onto your knees and then step back into dog down. And then to come back on in the other side, come down onto your knees first. And then you bring the left knee towards the left wrist. Just use your dog down to just reset your energy. Again, just to see the body in 3 dimensions. To be conscious of where the body is in 3 dimensions. Okay, if you're coming in from the knees, just go down onto your knees. Otherwise, bend that left leg. Swing the left knee to make contact with the left wrist. Have the left foot underneath the right hip. And then lengthen that right leg away. Come up onto the fingertips. Turn the crease of the elbows to face the front. Turn that back leg, the front of the thigh inwards. The back of the thigh outwards so that the hips come level. Lift from the abdomen to the diaphragm, to the collarbone, to the chin. Feel that you can radiate your energy from the pelvis into the feet, just helping you to see the feet, into the head, radiating from the pelvis. Okay, and then bring the palms down onto the floor, turn your toes under, and then either go back onto all fours or come back up into dog down. So each time you come back into dog down, it feels different, it feels lighter, it feels like the body is full of air. Maybe it doesn't. That doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong. It just means that you're conscious of how the body is feeling. So that can't be wrong. Just stay in conscious connection with how the physical body feels. Push the fronts of the thighs through to the backs of the thighs. Lengthen the heels away from the toes and see if you can bring the heels down to the floor, but without losing the connection of the front leg. So If you bring your heels down and you get creases at the front of the shins, then you're dropping your legs. So keep lifting up into the top of the leg, lifting the thighs up towards the ceiling. Try and keep those creases away. Observe that maybe it looks different on both sides. Okay, and then come down onto your knees. Just sit back on your heels. Sit back on your heels. And just observe your energy. Observe how your energy settles. So maybe you're feeling a lot of energy. Maybe a lot of relief that we're out of that little sequence. But maybe that sequence really lifted your energy. Just be conscious of how the body feels right now. Again, just be conscious of the feeling of the shins in contact with the floor, in contact with the feet, in contact with the shins. Consciously activate the shins. Press the shin bone into the shin skin so that you feel the thighs activate. But maybe it feels different to how it would normally feel at the beginning of a class. Maybe it feels more connected. Up into the chest and then come forwards into adho mukha virasana. Just pushing back into the heels, spreading the fingers, spreading the palms. Extending into the arms. Turning the tailbone in so that the seat bones come down onto the heels. Having the hands wide enough apart so that there's space in the shoulders. Rotate your arms so that the crease of the elbows reaches up towards the ceiling. And then release the arms to the sides of the legs in the traditional child's pose. Maybe this feels heavy on your head and your neck, so if it does, then consciously lengthen from the shoulders into the fingers. Just applying some gentle pressure onto the forehead. Just to quieten the brain. Okay, bring your hands underneath your shoulders and then push yourself up into a seated position. And again, just feel your energy. Feel how your energy has changed. Maybe it feels like it's matured a little, settled a little. Just listen to the breath. Just come into cross legs. Just sitting directly on the floor or on a lift. Hold onto your knees and elevate the heart area upwards. Just observe your energy. Take a deep inhalation and then turn to the right side. Drawing your abdomen across your ribs and your shoulders. Again, just seeing the body that the eyes can't. Just through the feeling of the pose. Feeling that connection with the physical body. Come back to the center, hold onto your knees, lift up into the chest. And then turn to the left. Again, just seeing the body that the eyes can't see. Feeling that the seat bones are level. So we're just developing our physical intelligence. So we have innate physical intelligence because we can put our hand in our pocket and we can know which is the keys, which is our wallet, which is our phone. Put your hand into your bag and you can rummage through and you can find your, or whatever you're looking for, without seeing it with the eyes. It's physical intelligence. And we can bring that into our practice. Come back to the center. Just come down onto your back and come into supta, baddha, konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. And then bring your head down onto the floor, just using floor to realign the spine, to open up the hips. If it's uncomfortable in your hips, then put some blocks on the outsides of your thighs. Just breathe even deep inhalations and exhalations. Just push the feet consciously together. Push the feet consciously together and lengthen the sacrum spine away from the lumbar into the tailbone. Lengthening the tailbone away from the lumbar. Turning it up towards the ceiling a little. So the more you activate the feet, pressing them together, the more you release the spine, release the lumbar. Just breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. And then draw your knees together, have your knees together and your feet apart. Just resting your back into the floor. And then I want you to get a block and we're going to go into setubandha. If you don't enjoy having the block in the back, then you can use a bolster underneath your back instead. So get hold of the feet, push the feet toward, get the feet as close to the seat bones as you can, and then peel the tailbone off the floor so that it starts lifting the back off the floor. Gather the shoulder blades together so you come right up onto the tops of the shoulders, and then place the brick in the sacrum area of the back, the sacrum tailbone area of the back. The sacrum is just between the lumbar and the tailbone, so closer to the tailbone. And hold onto the edges of the mat. Turn the crease of the elbows out to face the sides of the room. Straighten your arms. You can stay with the knees bent, or if you're on the brick, you can stretch the legs away. Just one at a time, just see how that feels for your back. If it feels okay, if it feels like your back will cope, and lengthen the legs away. Keep the toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Keep the thighs turning, fronts of the thighs turning inwards. Listen to the breath. Again, continue to see the body in 3 dimensions. See where the feet are. See if the feet are turning outwards or they're pointing up towards the ceiling. See it with the feeling of the pose. So it's not just turning the toes inwards, it's turning the fronts of the legs inwards like you're doing Tadasana. Listen to the breath. Listen to the inhalation and the exhalation. Okay, and then bend your knees. Just bring the feet flat on the floor if you were stretching them out. And then from here, you might have to go onto your tiptoes, but lift the seat bones up so that you can remove the bolster out of the way. But before you come down, see if you can bring the hands into the, so keep your elbows on the floor, bring your hands into the sides of the back, and then bring the feet back down. So setubandha is a self-supporting action. So you're using your hands underneath your back rather than the brick. Keep the feet pressed into the floor. Keep the legs parallel to each other. Keep the knees parallel to each other rather than rolling out to the sides. See the body in 3 dimensions. Feel the body in 3 dimensions. If this is too strong, then just guide yourself down onto the floor. Okay, just come up onto the toes again. Just release your hands and then gently guide yourself back down onto the ground. When you're down, pull your knees in towards your chest. Just have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom. You can even get hold of the feet for happy baby. Just rock from side to side. Just giving yourself a gentle massage on the spine. Okay, and then just roll onto your side, come up into a seated position, and then get a folded blanket. Just make sure that it's folded evenly. If it's not, then just refold it. And then from there, you're going to just make a little pillow for your head, and you're going to come down into sirvasana. So just get yourself ready for your final relaxation. So just laying yourself in a good straight line. Just come up onto your elbows. Make sure that your elbows are make sure that your body is in a good straight line. And let go of the physical body. The palms facing the ceiling. Just move any equipment out of the way that's in the way. Just enjoy the sensation of releasing into the floor. Listen to the breath. Listen to the sound of the in-breath and the sound of the out-breath. Allow the muscles of the arms and the legs to completely relax. Allowing the muscles to relax unhooking muscles from the arms and the legs. So the body becomes heavy on the ground. Give into that heaviness, because as you do, you'll observe an irrepressible lightness from the inside, radiating from the bones, penetrating the muscles, bringing positive energy into the muscles, radiating from the bones and into the muscles and into the organs. This good positive energy radiating into the physical body's organs, radiating into the organic body. Use your in-breath and your out-breath to distribute that feeling of intense energetic lightness down into the toes, into the fingertips and up into the top of the head. Okay, when you're ready to disturb yourself, just wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, bring yourself back into this pose of sirvasana. And then bend your knees, bring your knees in towards your chest, have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom, just gentle massage on the spine. And then just roll onto your right side, just stay down for a breath or two, just grounding your body, grounding your energy. And then straighten out the top leg, come up into a seated position. And then come into cross legs. Bring your hands into Namaste. Spend a moment just to observe your energy, drawing your breath down into the abdomen. And then with an exhalation, draw your chin down to meet your chest. Spend a moment to acknowledge the positive energy you've created inside. And then send some of that positive energy out into the world. And then release the backs of your hands down toward your knees, palms facing upwards. Just bring the tip of the index finger gently together with the tip of the thumb. A gesture of wisdom, of physical intelligence and peacefulness that we can carry with us into our day as an intention. And then raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. Thank you. So hopefully you feel like you really lifted your energy, giving yourself a really good stretch and a really good sense of positive energy that you can put into your day. So thank you very much for joining me.